Hello friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you are new, hi, hello, and welcome for your first time. My name is Kaylee. I am so happy that you are here. In today's video, I will be sharing with you all of my favorite board games for toddlers. These are the ones that I find to be easiest for younger ages, as well as more fun for adults to play as well. For those unaware, I do have twins who are 5 and another daughter who is 3. We've had these games for a while, and these are tried and tested with my kids and with me and my husband, and these are all of my favorites that I think you should own too. So without further ado, let's get into them. I have picked my 6 favorites, and I guess we'll just start with Pop-Up Pirate. This game is really fun, and I actually had it when I was a kid. My brother had it. Here's how you play. You have your barrel, and you have your little pirate inside. Oh, he came out. And you have to push him down in, and then everyone gets these little swords, and then you put them in all the holes, and whoever pops up the pirate wins. This game is great for toddlers because it's not super difficult. The rules are very easy. I will say that it can be difficult to stick the knives in here, and I don't know if it's just mine, but the pirate doesn't always pop up. So sometimes we'll get like all of the daggers in, and then we'll have to like re-push them in and figure out who won based on which color. I think that's just my pirate / my kids not being able to push them in quite as hard as they should. But regardless, this is still one of our favorite games. It's super easy and simple. We're big fans. The next game is actually incredibly similar to Pop-Up Pirate, and it is called Beware of the Bear. In Beware of the Bear, you have this little basket, and you fill it up with all these little goodies. There's pies, teddy bears, and honey pots. And then you have Papa Bear, and you put him in his cave. And I love this because his eyes will actually close when you lock him in place. And then you roll the dice, and you either have to poke his belly 1 time or 2 times. There's other things on the dice like steal or just take directly from the basket. But the goal of the game is to empty out the bear's basket and steal all of his goodies. And if he pops up, then he will take your goodies back. This game is super fun. We absolutely love this one. And this one works really well for young ages. My 2-year-old niece who I babysit is pretty good at this game. She does need adult supervision. However, my twins and even like my 3-year-old, they can play this game without an adult and they understand it completely. So this game's really fun. I really enjoy this one. I do think that I prefer this one to Pop-Up Pirate, but both of them are similar and they're both really fun. Let's pop him up. Ooh, that scared me. The next game is a really unique game, and it is called You Can Fly, and it's by Disney and Pixar. This game sounds kind of complicated, but it's really not. So let me briefly try and go over everything that happens in this game. So you have all of these different numbers, and you place them throughout your house at different distances. I think it has a recommended distance, but depending on your house, you may have to change that up. These do also have little holders, so they stand upright. So this is a 4-player game, or you can do it in teams, which is what we often do because my 3-year-old needs some help from an adult. But you have these different flyers. So you have a Buzz Lightyear one, a Dumbo one, Pegasus, and Tinkerbell. So you start at the number 1 position, and you have to throw your flyer to the number 2. However, you have to do it in a special way. When you place your number, you also place a card with it, and it's just random. And each card will tell you how you need to throw it. So this one, for example, says Falling with Style from Toy Story, and it says toss your flyer upside down. This one says toss between your legs. This one says toss with your feet. There's lots of fun different options on how to do this. Now each of these cards also has a point, and whoever gets their flyer closest to the number gets the card, and that's how many points they get. There is more to it. There are these special cards that everyone gets to help you out. We usually play without these just because it's complicated for my kids. So I can't give you all the details on this one, but this game is really fun, and I know it sounds complicated, but it's not too bad. It's a very active game since you have to be throwing things and moving around your house, and I find that really fun. This is a very unique game, and we really enjoy it. The next game is called Kitty Bitty. I don't want to have to open this box because it has a ton of little pieces that I don't want to misplace, which keep that in mind if you have a child who likes to put things in their mouth. A lot of little pieces with this one. This game is really fun. It's a memory game, and what you're doing is you have all of the cats. These are the mama cats, and your little piece, which I don't think you can see it right here, are the little kittens, and you're trying to get around them without waking them up. Each of the mama cats has 2 eyeballs, and you roll the dice to see which cat you have to pick an eyeball from, and either the eyeball underneath is blank or it has a cat, and if it has the cat, it means you are caught and you don't get to move forward. If it's blank, you get to move forward. It is a memory game because you get the same cats over and over again, and you just have to remember which one has the cat and which one is blank. My twins tend to be really good at the memory part, and they're so funny because they like to help each other out. So they'll be like, pick the pink one, and like they'll just help each other out because they want everyone to win, and it's so fun. I absolutely love playing this game with my kids because they make it so fun, and my twins are such good sports and they just want to help everyone out. My youngest, not as much. She is a very sore loser, so she has a harder time with this game because if she gets the cat and doesn't get to move, she'll start crying. I will also say that Kitty Bitty says ages 4 and up. However, my kids started playing it at like 2 or 3, and they did really well. This is a game where my 5-year-old twins could play this themselves. However, I don't really like them to because of all the little pieces. This one requires more adult supervision, but it's super fun, and it's a fairly simple concept, and it's just a fun game. The next game is my personal favorite, and it is Pretty Pretty Princess. It says it right here, the classic 1990s game. I was born in 1990. I played this game as a child, and I am a huge fan of this one. If you've never played this game before, let me briefly explain how it goes. So you're on your board, and you move your pieces around by spinning. There's a spinner, 1, 2, or 3, and you're trying to collect a ring, 2 earrings, a necklace, I think a bracelet, and a crown, and you get them all in your own specific color. Whoever gets all of their pieces of jewelry first wins the game. There is also a clear ring that if you have it, you can't win the game, so you're trying to get rid of it. This is a really fun game because I have 3 daughters and they love dress up, and this is basically just a dress up game, which is lots of fun. My youngest, as I mentioned, she's kind of a sore loser, and she is especially into dress up, and so she gets real mad if anyone takes that crown from her because there's only 1 crown, and she gets real upset. This does say though that it is ages 5 and up, and she is 3, so you know, we gotta give her some grace there. I absolutely love this game. I think it's so much fun, and it brings back memories of playing it with my sister when I was a kid, and so this is definitely one of my favorites to play with my kids. The last game that I have for you is the classic Hungry Hungry Hippos. Now, we also have the Hungry Hungry Hippos launchers. With the launchers, instead of pushing on the hippo to get him to bite the marbles, you are launching the marbles to try and get it in the hippo's mouth. That one, I don't know that I recommend for toddlers because it's really hard. My toddlers can't launch it very well. Even my 5-year-olds struggle with that. It's something we're working on, but I don't think I recommend the launchers one for toddlers. However, the classic, the original one, this one is super fun. Again, it has small pieces, so keep that in mind. But if you've never played Hungry Hungry Hippos, you have a board with 4 hippos. there's a bunch of marbles in the center and you're trying to get your hippo to eat the most marbles. My girls love this game. It's super fun to play as a family. We get lots of enjoyment out of it, and I'm just a huge fan. And there you have it, 6 board games that I think are the absolute best for toddlers. I know that there are more games out there, so if you have any other good ones great for toddlers, leave them in the comments below. I would love to learn what they are and try them out with my kids. I will try to put links to all of these games in the description box so that you guys can easily purchase them if you would like. And I think that's all I have to say for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this gave you some fun ideas of games to play with your toddlers. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a like and please consider subscribing to my channel. I would really appreciate that, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. I don't want to get too graphic, but I have all these bumps all inside my mouth. I think I had an allergic reaction to something, but I still haven't figured out what. But like my tongue and my cheeks are slightly swollen. So if I have been talking weird in this video, that's why. I apologize. My mouth hurts. It hurts to eat. It kind of hurts to drink. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm allergic to. Just pray for me, okay? Okay, bye.